motherfuckers. What's happening, hellraisers and harlots? Hey there, all my bad bitches and unproblematic niggas up, down, and all around the internet. It's I, the one, the only, Kimber Shan. Don't call me Kim, ho. It's okay to be extra because I tell it like it is. And welcome to A Quickie with Kimber Shan, the show that gives you the facts, foolery, the fuck ups, tells you something, and drops some Kimspiration all in 20 minutes or less. Because who doesn't love a quickie? Jumping right into facts, foolery, and fuck-ups.
You uncultured swine!
Beyonce, my queen, announces the Renaissance World Tour movie in theaters November 30th. And my only question is, do you have your tickets? Because, baby, I'm in there. There's so many rumors swirling, flying. Will it include the visuals? Will it not include the visuals? Will it be a mini movie? Will it just be the tour footage? Will it be behind the scenes? We don't know. But what I do know is that I'm going to eat up every single crumb and leave nothing behind because I am ready for this. Like, this Renaissance has been the tour of the century. According to the New York Times, it's the highest grossing female tour of all time. And it's one of the highest grossing tours, period. It generated $4.5 billion for the U.S. economy. Not just the U.S. economy, for the economy, period. Which is as much as the 2008 Olympics made for Beijing, China. Which is fucking huge. I mean, like, think about it. We bought tickets. We bought shimmery metallic outfits. We bought accessories. We bought shoes. We bought fans. We booked trips. We booked flights. We took it there, okay? And the queen is single-handedly stimulating the fucking economy more than anyone else, okay? Your fave could never, ever. And this tour was really a cultural event. Everybody wanted to participate. Truly historical. Like, who else can go on tour and have the whole world scrambling for a metallic look? Who else? Nobody, that's who. And that is why Beyonce will always have the glory in my eyes and the eyes of so many others, because nobody else doesn't like her. So I'm super, super excited for the movie coming out, and trust and believe me, I will be there, okay? I'm probably gonna be there like 3 times, but shh, that's between me and you. Let's move on to another story. Paris Fashion Week is among us, and it features a special guest appearance from Bedbugs. That's right. Bedbugs have been spotted all over the city of Paris and other parts of France. And let's just hope some of your favorite celebrities don't bring them back to the U.S. because people are saying that they're finding them in hotels and on trains and in theaters, and just, it's quite disgusting and terrible. And story time. In the past, I had a roommate that actually got bed bugs. And when I tell you, this was a horrific fucking experience. The apartment didn't do shit about it. We tried to break the lease. The bed bugs were in her room. I didn't have any in my room, but I was so freaked out and scared that they would get in there. I had to hurry up and get the fuck out of there. So I ended up, well, we had to put all our shit in bags to like fucking smother the bugs, or like wash all your shit and make sure you use super high heat on everything. And your mattress needs to be steamed. And it was just a fucking nightmare, okay? And because our leasing office would not allow us to leave the fucking apartment because of the bed bugs, I ended up having to finesse some shit, child. I put the apartment on Facebook, and I was like, hey, somebody come get this fucking apartment, take it off our hands. And some kind of majestic way, somebody wanted the fucking apartment, and I got the fuck on because I was just so scared that it was going to be a recurring theme, or they were going to come back, or it just freaked me out so bad because, like, I just can't with I can't, like, it's a lot of shit I can deal with, but that bed bug shit is not some shit I'm going to deal with. Like, when my roommate discovered them, like, I went in her room and they were, like, all in her fucking mattress. It was the nastiest shit I ever fucking seen, bro, and I was so freaked the fuck out, like, bruh. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. But if you do end up having a scenario where they bring them fuck ass bugs back over here, get a fucking steamer, get some high heat, because the heat is what kills them apparently. But hopefully we don't have a fucking bed bug outbreak over here, because I'm telling y'all, that is some shit you do not want to fucking deal with, okay? Another story, that's hitting the headlines is there was a shooting at Morgan State University, which is an HBCU in Baltimore, Maryland. They say at least 4 students were shot and are suffering from non-life-threatening injuries, thank God. But still, the fact that this shooting took place after their coronation, which is where the Mrs. and Mr. Morgan State University are crowned, because it's homecoming week there. And because of this shooting, the homecoming has been canceled for the first time in the school's history. And if you went to college, you know that homecoming is a huge, big deal. Like, it's the funnest event. It's the most turned event. It's the most lit event. And it's just so sad that these students are now traumatized from this shooting. They haven't caught anyone and they don't know who's responsible for it. I just hate that shit like this happens so much in our society, as I've said before. And this person is still at large. They don't know who did it. And now these kids' homecoming is messed up and they probably have permanent trauma because they were leaving the coronation ceremony and just heard gunshots ringing out. So it literally could have been anybody that got shot. So prayers out to all those students at Morgan State. And I hope that they catch the person that did this, because it's just terrible. Honestly, it's all around just bad. And this is why I don't fuck with guns. Like, I really wish that they just would get rid of them. Yeah, it might be controversial to some people, that's my opinion, but I don't give a fuck. Because statistically, the countries where niggas ain't allowed to have guns have a way lower murder rate, a way lower rate of violence. So take that and shove it up your ass if you have a problem with it. But I think y'all need to just get rid of the whole fucking gun thing. Like, seriously, because I'm fed up with this shit happening to innocent people. So let's move on to another story. Sexyy Red is making headlines this week. She made some comments about Trump in an interview recently. And I quote, she said, "At first, people didn't fuck with him. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving free money, oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office." Stop right there, ma'am. Ma'am, stick to making fun, turn up songs, and stay the fuck out of politics, because you are loud and wrong as hell in all caps. Let me tell you something. Trump doesn't give a fuck about you. And that's for all black people. He does not give a fuck about any of us. This type of ignorant shit that people say about Trump, he did not give you any money. Congress decided to give you some fucking money. And they had to beg and plead for you to even get the little money that you did receive. That little stimulus money, Trump didn't want y'all to have a goddamn penny. And I hate when people say ignorant shit like, oh, I had money when Trump was in office. Not because of him, because of fucking Congress voting for y'all to get some fucking money. He didn't want y'all to have shit. If it was up to him, you would not have 2 pennies to rub together. Trump doesn't give a fuck about poor people. He doesn't give a fuck about black people. And the only reason your black ass got a fucking penny is because of Congress. So thank them and stop thanking him, because he didn't have shit to do with it. To be honest, if you think about what was going on at the time, America got the least amount of aid. If you compare it to what some other countries got during the pandemic, they got way more. So do your research and do some comparisons, and I promise you'll see that we literally got the bare ball sack of pandemic aid. And it was not nearly enough or as much as other countries received. So with that said, stop being fucking ignorant and saying dumbass shit in support of Trump, because I promise you he doesn't give a fuck about you, and he did not contribute to you getting any money at all. Thank you. Sexyy Red also is in the headlines because I think this happened because y'all been lighting her ass up for those Trump comments. So miraculously, a sex tape popped up on her Instagram story. And I saw it. It was on Twitter, all over Twitter, everybody talking about it. But yeah, she was getting fucked raw. If my mom is listening, sorry that I'm speaking that way, but it is what it is. Yes, she has a sex tape on her Instagram story. It's on Twitter if you want to find it. And I low-key think that she did this on purpose to get y'all to stop dragging her about Trump. If anything could take the attention off of that, it's this. Like, Because how did you accidentally post something like that on your story? Nobody else leaked it. Nobody else. Like, it came from your story. You were the source. I would love to know how it ended up on your story. That's all I want to know. Like, what were you thinking? What was going on? Like, did you accidentally do it? I don't know. But it was very strange that this sex tape ended up on your Instagram story literally the very next day after this whole Trump shit came out. But that's all I got for facts, foolery, and fuck up today. Let's go ahead and move on to my next segment. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you
something. So a friend and I were chatting the other day about like random shit, and it came up, one of the things that came up was, is it okay to be confused in life? And it made me really think when we were talking about it. And I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah, it's okay to be confused in life, because 99.9% of motherfuckers have no idea what is going on. They have no idea what they're doing. And the percentage of people that you think know what the fuck is going on is so small. Even the people that you think are aware or just out here killing it or doing everything right, I promise you, they're winging it. They don't know what the fuck is going on either. See, the thing is, most of us are just grown-ass kids. We still have the same traits, the same behaviors, the same ways of being. It's just dressed up behind a career or a job or a title. And I'm here to tell you it's all bullshit. There's nothing wrong about being confused in life. Shit, I'm confused in life. Your mom is probably confused in life. Your sister, your brother, your cousin, your auntie, everybody's probably fucking confused in life. And they winging it and figuring it the fuck out as they go. I look at it like, okay, confusion is a guide, because it means you really got to take the time to know yourself inside and out and figure out what type of existence you want to have with your life. Like, what do you want to do day to day? What would you enjoy doing day to day? What would bring you light? Like, what do you want to wake up in the morning and do and you enjoy? Like, do you want to wake up and have to rush and hurry and get to work? Do you want to wake up and be stressed out? Do you want to wake up and think about your career? Do you want to wake up and leisurely go for a scroll? Do you want to wake up and be eccentric and do art and fucking paint and create or write or read a book? Do you want to wake up to your children? Do you want to wake up and cook breakfast for your family? Do you want to wake up to a beautiful view in a rainforest? Do you want to wake up in a high rise? Do you want to wake up in a big ass house? Do you want to wake up in a studio? Do you want to wake up in a loft? Like, where do you see yourself being that you'll be the most fulfilled and happy and feel great? A lot of frustration and confusion helps breed success. It's helpful because it helps you get the willpower and the intention and the things in alignment for you to know what it is that you really want. I think figuring out what you really want is probably one of the most powerful things you can do, because it eliminates everything else. It's like, you know what, this is what I want. It eliminates you from trying to figure out, oh, maybe it's over here. Maybe I need to go over there. Maybe I don't like it eliminates all of that shit. So if you're confused in life, live in it. Sit in it. Sit with it. Live in it. Understand it. Get it. So that way you can figure out exactly what you want and what you don't want. Whatever it's going to take for you to feel whole and complete within. So let's move on to my last segment, Kimspiration. And my quote for today is, don't think about what everybody else is doing. Think about what you can do. Because 99.9% of people have no idea what the fuck is going on. So worry about what you can do. And that wraps up today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you fuck with me, please leave a review. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow at A Quickie Pod. Follow me at The Kimber Shan Show. And remember my principles. Love yourself, respect yourself, and accept yourself. Bye.